I choose silicone wire for all the wiring in this machine because silicone wire is heat resistant up to 200 Celsius, and also the silicone wire is very flexible, which is suitable for running in the drag chain, which need to be flexed back and forth multiple times. And for the connector, I use the JST-XH for every wiring that need to be plugged into the mainboard. For the wire-to-wire connection, I use a JST-SM connector. The length of gantry wire can be found in the Voron documentation. I don't have a JST-PH connector for connecting to the stepper motor, but my stepper motor comes with a wire that is too short, so I extend that cable instead. Okay. For the Endstop pot, I use a mod that has a mounting for the JST connector. Link to the mod can be found in the video description. When wiring the gantry wire, make sure to keep the wiring organized, otherwise you may end up with a tangle, like my machine, and will need to be rewire again one wire at a time, which is time consuming.อันนี้ก็เลื่อนมาปั๊บปั๊บเอาไปพบเสร็จปั๊บเอากลับมาเสียบปั๊บก็จะบิดออกข้างโอเคFor the heatbed connector, The official BOM specify a Molex microfit connector, but I can't seem to find any seller in my country that sell this specific connector name, but instead I found this connector, which is very similar in the appearance, under the name of Tamiya connector. I don't sure if there is any difference between those connector, but their listing say that this connector can withstand up to 300 volt at 10 amp current, which should be sufficient for our use case. For the mainboard, I use Big 3 Tech Octopus, which can handle up to 8 stepper driver. For the jumper setting, you need to remove all the jumper in the red box and put the jumper only in the green box in this diagram. The Big 3 Tech Octopus can handle up to 8 stepper driver, but we only need 7 stepper driver, so we will leave one slot empty. And this is how you connect the accessory to the octopus. Wow, rubber duck. Okay, this is the mainboard. Still. 3 Tech. Okay, this is how you wire an AC circuit to the solid-state relays and the power supply. First, the AC line go to both power supply input and also to the solid-state relays, and then go from the solid-state relays through the thermal fields to the heated bed. For the main power bus, I use the 5-pole Waco connector. We need 3 of those connectors, one for the line, one for the neutral, and one for the ground. Okay. First, I remove all the jumper from the mainboard and then only insert the correct one. We only need one jumper per stepper driver. The X slot is unused, so no need for jumper. Thus, jumper need to be set before installing the stepper driver module. Make sure that the supply voltage jumper is disconnected. Also, the jumper in the diag area need to be removed too. Some of the fan connector are CNC fan which can be controlled by software. The remaining is the fixed speed fan connector. This mainboard can adjust the voltage of the fan from 5V, 12V and 24V. Most of my fan is 24V, but the case fan is 12V. Before connecting a stepper motor to the mainboard, you need to make sure that the motor wiring is correct because each stepper motor has a different pinout and incorrectly wired motor can cause damage to the mainboard. There's no standard for the color of the stepper wiring. Use a multimeter to measure the resistance between a pin of the cable. If a stepper is wired correctly, there should be a low resistance between pin 1 and 2 and also between pin 3 and 4.
คู่ A กับคู่ B นะครับ
Measure between different pairs should show a high resistance. This motor is wired correctly. Now let's check the other one. This motor is incorrectly wired and must be fixed. It shows a high resistance between pin 1 and pin 2 and between pin 3 and 4, but it shows a low resistance between a different pair. I will show you how to fix an incorrectly wired stepper motor cable. If a motor has a removable cable, disconnect the connector from the motor and use a small metal pin to prick the plastic locking pin in the connector and swap the two wires in the middle of the connector. Then push the wire back into the connector. And we will try to measure it again to see if the wiring problem is fixed now. Alright, it seems that the motor is wiring correctly now. If the motor wiring is swapped between the same pair, like positive and negative of the A is swapped, or the A pair and the B pair is swapped, the motor will just turn backward, and we can fix that in the software setting in the invert direction setting. Alright, this video is getting way too long, so that's it for today. If you like this video, please consider hit the like button, share and subscribe to this channel, and we will continue our wiring and power on test in the next episode. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode. Thank you and bye bye.